What's good and what up? It's your brother SamAnt. Hear it viral. Hip hop news. Do me a favor, family, before we get started with the content. Y'all know what to do. Go up top and hit that like button. Alright, so if you're too young to know who this man is in this picture up top, this is legendary Harlem kingpin Frank Lucas. If you don't remember who Frank Lucas is, Denzel Washington played him in the biography movie American Gangster. I believe that dropped back in 2007, where it talked about the life and the legacy of Frank Lucas. Had a very crazy story. This comes by way of the Daily News. I'm going to read a little bit of what they wrote about Frank Lucas, and then I'll get into my 1-2. Legendary Harlem drug kingpin Frank Lucas, who reigned atop of one of the country's most lucrative heroin empires, became founder for the hit 2007 film American Gangster, has died of natural causes today in New Jersey. The 88-year-old Lucas passed away Thursday, according to relatives on their Instagram post. Lucas, who eventually flipped and became a government witness, was memorably portrayed in the film by Denzel Washington. The North Carolina native became a flamboyant Harlem figure after coming north, spending his drug fortune on fur coats, expensive homes, and luxury cars. He famously donned a $100,000 chinchilla coat with a matching $25,000 hat to attend a Muhammad Ali Joe Frazier fight in Madison Square Garden in 1971. His drug ring was dubbed the Country Boys as a nod to his southern roots, and staffed with employees called from his relatives and childhood friends. The product was known as Blue Magic, and Lucas viewed heroin as the key to the kind of high-rolling life that he had long envisioned. Kind of money I wanted to make, I'd have to be on Wall Street, he said in 2000 New York Magazine interview. On Wall Street from the giddy up, but I couldn't get a fucking janitor job on Wall Street. Lucas instead turned his attention halfway around the world to the Golden Triangle, importing his heroin to the East Coast from the region of Southeast Asia. He boasted the long heroin was shipped stateside in false bottom coffins, otherwise used to send home the bodies of U.S. soldiers. He was arrested in 1975, convicted a year later on both state and federal charges, and tossed behind bars with a 70-year sentence. But if you saw the movie, when you seen when who played my man in that movie? Who was it? Russell Crowe. When he grabbed Denzel Washington immediately started telling. And that's what they said. Lucas regained his freedom after agreeing to cooperate with authorities against his old competitors and was rewarded with early release in 1981. His time on the streets was quickly cut short after Lucas was busted in a drug deal that violated his parole, landing him in jail for another 7 years starting in 1984. Lucas, who claimed he was a protege of Harlem drug dealer Bumpy Johnson, released his own memoir, Original Gangster, the real-life story of one of America's most notorious drug lords, in 2011. A car accident put Lucas in a wheelchair for the final years of his life. Asked about his longevity in an often deadly business, Lucas offered a simple explanation in the New York Magazine piece. Quote Lucas, "All you gotta know is that I'm sitting here talking to you right now, walking and talking, when I could have, should have been dead and buried 100 times. And you know why that is? Because people like me." Now, like I said, he died today due to natural causes at the age of 88. Love to sit down and talk to people that have dealt and got experiences the way Frank Lucas has. I've watched a lot of documentaries on Frank Lucas, Bumpy Johnson, Nicky Barnes, and that whole crew back in the day. And a lot of what I heard was, a lot of this shit that it's saying right now isn't true. Now, I'm not going to disrespect the dead right now. I'm definitely not going to do that. But y'all leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know right now the accuracy of the story. Was Frank Lucas really the man that he portrayed to be in the movies and that he portrayed to be in the memoirs? Because a lot of what I heard, even Bumpy Johnson, his mentor, really didn't fuck with him like that. Nicky Barnes was the man. I heard so many different stories. That being said, incredible story. I mean, it kind of falls along the line of, I mean, if you really look at it, people in the street would not respect what Frank Lucas did. I mean, he did dirt with a number of people, did it heavy, got caught, and he told. And that's a direct violation to the streets. Like they alluded to, he was in protective custody, he and his family, out of fear for his life. And then he got out and was able to tell his story. Rest in peace, Frank Lucas. Y'all let me know right now what y'all think in the comment section about the legendary Harlem drug lord. Also, in the description box, just links to our Twitter and IG, which you also see up top. And make sure you stay tuned to the back end of this video of a little excerpt of the Uncensored Truth podcast with me and my brother, Oh God, over at Hip Hop News Uncensored. We got big news coming your way for that podcast. Make sure you stay tuned for that. And make sure you subscribe to the audio version of the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, and all major online outlets. Got major damage coming your way on the audio version of the podcast. You're not going to want to miss it. I promise you that. Always trying to keep it raw, real, cut here, Raw Hip Hop News. Until next time, until next story, I sincerely appreciate each and every one of y'all. And I'm out of here, man. Peace.
Listen to that song, gave me chills one day. I was just vibing to that joint. And I think that the remix of with Billy Ray Cyrus, I think his name is. I'm like, that joint is kind of hot. It's different, but it's hot. What do you think about it?
I think it's all great for him. I think the negativity, the backlash, all of the attention is great for him because I think that he's not paying attention to that. If you notice, he's out here doing free shows for kids. He's living up the celebrity. And if it is 15 minutes, he's living this shit up.
Right.
And he's enjoying the #1 status as he should. He created a very creative body of work. A body of work that should be appreciated. He jumped into a different genre and pissed him off, but he changed the game and he will be awarded for it. They're not going to be able to deny him. We'll see that young brother get awards for that. And I'm glad that he tore down walls in his building and bridging different gaps in music. I want to see what he does next. I'm not going to be on him about being a one-hit wonder and things like that because too many people, and even though he may be a one-hit wonder, I seen Trinidad James, he dropped something and he said, one thing that you can't break is confidence. You got to wake up in the morning and eat that shit for breakfast. Thanks. He said, a lot of people say I'm a one-hit wonder this, but they don't know what I'm doing behind the scenes. Lil Nas X seems like a very intelligent individual, very witty, very creative. Even if this happens to be his last creative piece of work that gets recognized on a level of this, I think the wealth that comes behind this on top of the wave he's about to run towards and shit will give him a wealth to kind of bridge and do something different, better, and greater. So you're saying
that he's not going to be able to translate after this song? Because I'm like interested in seeing what his music sounds like. Is this the way he does it? Is it changing? No, I'm really interested to see, what other songs that he has out there that we can listen to and say, okay, because he may be able to make the transition, or he may be a proverbial one-hit wonder. You never know.
He's changing the game with this song. This is a huge song.
Yes, it is.
So in order for him to at least equal that level of success, it's going to have to be something different. He's not going to have to come. He can't come with the typical rap song because not even bars are going to equate this. So to some certain level, it's going to be like, all right, this wasn't Old Town Road. And even the people that hate on this shit, their next excuse when that next single was, oh, this shit wasn't the Old Town Road, told you he was whack. So it's like, all right, what are you going to do next? Are you going to hit a different genre? Are you going to do this? Are you going to hit us with another wow moment and do a rock song that sounds dope? And you hit us with that too? He's going to have to change the game, I think, again, in order to gain the level of success that he did with Old Town Road. But that song ain't done. You got time.
Oh, yeah.
Ride that motherfucker out.
Yeah.
In a day and age where people are here today, going tomorrow, you got a nice wave going with it. And if they're still connected to it, ride that some bitch out.
Facts.
And get going. But I think that even if he is a one-hit wonder, he'll find success in where he needs to because, he did what he was supposed to do. He got in, he got out. Well, we all wish we could have one hit.
Yeah.
All you need is one, right?
Yeah, that's all you need.
That's all you heard throughout my whole career. All you need is one.
I guarantee he's a millionaire now.
He got one. So salute.
Definitely, man.
Indeed.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But that's all I got over here, man. Another episode of the Uncensored Truth podcast in the books, fam. We got some changes coming up for the better on the podcast, so just bear with us real soon, man. We got a real good deal in place that we're going to be asking the people for your support. You know what I mean? Just to, download an app real quick and check out our podcast in its entirety. So we definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, we might get you that news in its entirety on Saturday, probably. Still dotting T's and crossing I's with everything and all the information, but we got some great news. It's official, it's solidified, so we can't wait to get on that. Oh God, before we get out of here, because we got the finals coming up, we got to, de-wind and get down here before we get out of here. Nick Cannon, I don't know if you heard him.
My truth uncensored, my whole network viral. 12 and a half get you a quarterback. I got them shits flying like spirals. I like my truth uncensored, my whole network viral. 12 and a half get you a quarterback. I got them shits flying like spirals. You're now tuned into the greatest. Motherfucker, you ain't never lie. If them people watching us like YouTube, then tell them motherfuckers like and subscribe. If the blunt stale, I still click a bell. Inhale, get the feeling like string a bell. Oh God, you better pay me like Uncle Sam.